Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies, full. I am Gat, your host. Now, in case you don't know what's going on, a highly intelligent female who's also got a lot of gifts for herself has requested readings regarding different people in her life. We've been learning a lot. See, what I like about her, a lot of people out here on YouTube don't think, they feel. And this is why they find themselves in situations they find themselves in. And I'm the one guy that's brave enough to tell the people, you got to think. But they don't like those type of people. Just study your history. Anybody that ever comes and tells the people the truth, the people usually betray them and kill them. Just the way it goes. But hey, some of us got to be strong enough to go anyway. Because I like when I meet people that do think. See, astrology is real. In my opinion, it's one of the most powerful sciences we have, which is why that's all I do. Anything spiritual, anything astrological. Even when you think of the Messiah, right away they tell you they had to have a star. They had to have a star before they could find this Messiah. That's Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. So that's the power of astrology. But you see it all through holy books. Wherever you look, you see the power of the star. I'm coming in the clouds, coming sun. You'll see signs in sun, moon, and stars. Joseph talks about the sun, moon, and stars talking to him while in the dream. Joseph had dreams about what to do with the baby and where to go to Egypt and come back and all that. So this stuff is real. Way more realer than this little cheap matrix that we're in. So people do themselves a disservice by selling out real astrology and real people to know how to interpret the stars and the charts and stuff for this bubblegum stuff. So every now and then I meet somebody like this person who realizes how powerful this is. And they have their own power, their own gifts. Like I said, they would be highly successful if they went with this. Excuse me, I've got a cough drop. If they went with this in their life. Some people choose to do it, some people don't. That's why I come out. That's why I do what I do. So when you watch these readings, you see you have to stay current. And the best way to do it is always with the most recent transit chart, represented by that chart on the left. But that chart is based on predictions she was given for August 2019. So the chart on the left is based on that. And you see me working with the chart in a prior video. So that's why if you don't know what I'm talking about in this video, go back to the video. It'll probably be for this one. The one that has PAC, P-A-C in the title. Because that's where all this started. This particular reading. But she's done others before that. But through these readings, you find out more and more. Plus, you find out what state of mind these people are in. This is why on this channel, you see me doing 3 natal charts, 4. Sometimes more than that. But you'll find out what his state of mind is in. One person, her husband was leaving her for another woman. So she gave me all the information, her husband, the family, the children, everything. So I was able to read all of that. But I knew one thing. I knew that woman was just using him. You could see it on the natal chart. She didn't care nothing about that man. She was a foreigner. He was a ticket. And there you go. And the funny thing was, she told me you're right because somebody else told me that. Some other psychic told me that. So like the reading I'm doing right now, I remember one time I had to tell her something. And I always tell these people what's best for them. That could cost me a lot of money. So I'm not out here like the rest of these people. Just taking these suckers for the money. I don't do that. I tell a person the truth. And one time, the reading was basically saying, okay, you're focusing too much on other people. You need to start focusing on yourself and your gifts. And I actually told a person that. And then she told me, she said, I'm not surprised you said that because I had already went to a psychic or something. She had already told me that information. So it's a certain beautiful feeling you get when you're tapped in with the universe and you're actually helping people wake up. And many of them start to tap into the universe. Now, having said that, so now the chart on the left, we've already done. So all you got to do is go to that video that has Pac on it on this channel. Something about Pac and Mama. And you'll get that. In the video in the middle, we pretty much covered that as well. So now we'll start with this part. Video on the right. So, once again, his first house will be Taurus. His 12th house will be where the EP is, Aries. So wonder what we're dealing with? Just chart on the far left. This person will be coming to some type of closure with his Aries energy at this time. So if you've had any dreams where there was some aggression with this gentleman, that might have something to do with it. Right, give me one moment. First house ruled by Aries. Taurus is there, so we're dealing. His first house is like his second house. We're going to be dealing with concerns for finances, his particular value system, also his possessions. Now on his chart, until I see otherwise, I'm not gonna deal with his numerology as much. But we'll see. But I do see that number 27 a couple of times. 27 is a diplomatic number. Now remember, diplomats go very different ways. You have to understand that. It's funny because there was a rap group that called themselves the Diplomats, but then they started calling themselves Dipset. But you gotta understand with diplomatic, it could mean he could speak well, but not always. Some people are just diplomatic. Like you'd be surprised. You will be surprised, like with females, because females will never cease to amaze you. But sometimes A female might, I'm not saying you should smoke or nothing, but a female might just need a light, and a guy might just give her a light, and that might be a way in. And it's crazy because if the same guy had introduced himself to her, she might have not even been interested. But it's that fact that, you know, she needed a light or something, and he, you know, gave her a light or whatever, and now she's talking to him. Or you might work at a job, and maybe y'all are all at it standing around the table signing in or whatever, and you notice a female needs a pen or a pencil, and you just happen to, you know, take one off the table and give it to her or whatever, and then from then on she's talking to you. Those are all forms of diplomacy, believe it or not. But a diplomat could also be a person that's really good talking and stuff like that. But diplomatic could be the way you look at somebody, whatever you do, how you held the door open for them, or just crazy stuff. But either way, you see that on his chart. And remember, 2 plus 7 can always be 9. See, because that's even his true north node. So you know that's in his personality as well. So again, right now, the universe is saying you have to care about those being bullied. You have to care about the less fortunate. Because if you don't, then what you're looking for probably ain't going to happen. And right now, we learned from the chart on the left, from our previous video, that right now Taurus may not be in the best place. We're not in the 9th house. And Taurus in the 2nd house with that Libra energy, because Taurus rules the 2nd house. Taurus in the 2nd house may be blessed by the universe if they're helping others, because we learned that number 26 is the God number, but we learned that God number right now. This time period is next month, the middle of next month. At that, when I say right now, I'm talking about that time period. Right now, the time of the chart to the left is about helping those who are being bullied and pushed around. So we don't have enough information yet. But his Taurus in the 1st house, that's where he would have to kind of like be centered to really have the universe trying to fulfill. Now, his Chiron retrograde, which means it's not really healing. The wounded healer, not really healing. But right now, like I said, Gemini energy is going to be using a lot in the universe. It's going to be in the universe gossiping, propaganda, saying all that. And like I said, I don't know if this. I'm just getting started, so I don't want to tear into this guy yet. But if this is the same guy, like I said, that's the same thing. If you have a male friend or whoever, female friend or whoever, whatever's going on. But if they're with somebody and they're still trying to holler at you for whatever reason, that's some bullshit. I'm sorry. Because like I said, you're going to have to respect me. Because like, first off, I'm not going to disrespect anybody. I was in a situation sometime last year. And it was going really good. Until I asked for the phone number, whatever. And it wasn't that she didn't want to give me the phone number. She was like, yeah, I'll give it to you, but I need you to know one thing. Like, I have a relationship. All right, but you know what I'm saying, because you gotta understand what we was getting into. It wasn't like no friendship. Because somebody might say, well, ain't nothing wrong with her calling you being her friend, but no, it was way heavier. It was heavier than some friendship. So really, she was out of pocket just for that. So a lot of cats may not agree with that or understand that, but you gotta understand what I'm saying. If he was doing that to you, you wouldn't like it. Like if that was your man, or if you had kids with this dude, that's your man, and he's still calling one of his girlfriends, and he's talking about you or some stuff, you wouldn't like that at all. So plus it showed the dude ain't got no character. So that's why I say when dudes say they the diplomats, you gotta understand that's a street term too. And that's why they say like dipset, because you gotta understand what happened. If you're doing something illegal and you see if the cops come, you dip. You know what I'm saying? Biggie used to say that all the time. I see the cops, I'm leaving. So you gotta understand, what do you mean by diplomatic? Do you mean like a diplomatic, like a national diplomatic, where you sit foreign countries down and try to resolve problems? Or are you diplomatic in that you know how to get that done without getting caught or whatever? Now, I do see his ascendant 9/11. So that's interesting. So let's just look at that real quick. Because again, 9/11, everybody says, the conspiracy. That was a lot of propaganda, and they say that was an inside job. That had nothing to do with no foreign invasion. But that's what I mean about propaganda. And you could say you're a diplomat, but what type of diplomat are you? That's like saying we had to invade their country because this was going on and that was going on. So it was the best thing for us to invade their country and take all their resources. We actually did those people a favor. Yeah, okay. That's very diplomatic. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, got to be careful of that word. Because a dude that's going to do dirty, and you can still spell dirty the same way you spell diplomat, with a D-I. And then that's the same dude, he's going to justify whatever he do. So if he cheating on his girl, he going to justify if he cheating on you. That's why I said, if you calling me and you got a man, I don't need to holler at you. I don't need to talk to you. I mean, unless everybody know we just friends. Like, but what I'm saying, we really was just friends, that he should know. Like, why is it a secret? You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? But if anything's secretive on the side and all that, then you ain't got no character. And I really ain't got no respect for nobody like that. I don't roll like that. All right. So I'm trying to get here. Let's do this numerology. This is Bill Hydrick, but I don't know what he's going to say as far as the number 9/11 goes. But when you think of 9/11, you do think of an inside job that was used to let this country just start invading all other places and all of the kind of crazy stuff. And that's when they started taking away your freedom and started surveillancing you and tapping your phones and all that after 9/11. So that was one of the biggest Gemini tricks of all time. Because that's what Gemini is. He's a magician. He's a magician card. And he's a master making you believe some bullshit to benefit himself, but you be believing it. See, that's what they mean by the juggler, the magician, the diplomat. And the 9/11 is the Hermit card. That's a person who sees from their own light. And then 11 could be either the Strength card, Leo, or it's the Justice card, Libra energy. But that could also, 9/11, that's a person that sees their own justice and stuff like that. Alright, so that one didn't give me an answer. Bill Hydrick didn't have an answer for it, so we're just going to keep going. I got another one I want to see if I can find it real quick. 911 in Gematria, Frequency Bias, Vatican Hill, Divine Feminine, Freddie Mercury, Tisha B'Av. Now what's cool about that is it's about to be that. They call that the nine of Av is Tisha B'Av. And if you listen to Paul Bagley, he's been warning about that. He also warned about this black moon that we're currently under. But 9 Av, I can tell you a lot of strange stuff happened to me around 9 Av and stuff. But that's a big day for the so-called Jews. 9/11 can mean Christ takes the church, evil in CERN, Rosh Hashanah rapture, Satan is God's chosen Messiah, see the secret key, divine light, I am free love, Easy-E, Christ in Egypt, division, the God of the Ten Commandments, microchip population, guardian of the ninth gate, I accept the mark of the Antichrist. So far the numbers being associated with a lot of secret, like esoteric, secret, mystical stuff. But even on, there was a reason why they did it on 9/11, and there was a reason why it was twins. I keep trying to tell you all about the twins, because even when Hitler was running Germany, they were experimenting on twins, because everybody knows there's some type of mystical power between twins and stuff like that. So that's why I said, because when we're human, we don't look too deep, and we'll meet somebody and go, oh wow, this might be a great person for me. But a lot of times these people carry an energy that could be even harmful or dangerous to you. But we don't think about stuff like that. And if somebody says that, immediately we go, oh, that sounds so stupid. That don't even make no sense. But yeah, when you see all kind of crazy stuff, like I said, if you ever seen somebody that was doing fine until they met somebody else, now they in jail, or they in a crazy house or some stuff, that's why. It was the energy associated with that other person. You got to be very careful. And that's why I said a lot of stuff is just, to me, it's just common sense. If you with somebody and you still on the phone calling somebody else, what's the problem? All right, now I'm at Sacred Scribes, angel numbers. But you know, whenever you go there, the angel numbers are usually always positive. That's why I don't always come here, not all the time. I go somewhere else that maybe gives you another view. But here it is. So they say 9/11 is a highly karmic and spiritual number. It encourages you to pursue your life purpose and soul mission as a light worker. But the main thing I want to say is they say a highly karmic, because that's what we're talking about right now. So it tells of leadership and living life as a positive example in order to illuminate the way for others to follow. So this person will be spiritually enlightened and aware. But they say he or she will reap karmic rewards. So it's a highly karmic number. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They say they will reap karmic rewards for work well done. But they're also going to reap karmic rewards for work not well done. Like no character, no integrity, you're going to pay for that. All right. Okay, so that's his true north node. Now the money house, Gemini. But like I said, right now Gemini is being used for propaganda and gossip, according to the chart on the left, all the way to the left. And then 5 degrees is either the Hierophant energy or Leo energy. But see, this is how it gets scary. You see his ascendant is Taurus. Hierophant energy, number 5 card, tarot card is Taurus. And that's supposed to be a spiritual leader. But he also does marriage. But this is in the 2nd house. So Gemini, remember, can be the magician. He gonna lie about everything. So he can lie about the money he make. He may even marry somebody just to get their money. So you have to be careful of deception with these numbers. Because so far it's pretty much one-sided. Now his part of fortune is that, see this guy likes secrets. Now you see how that 2233? Because 33 is a Freemasonry number. Could also mean secrets. And 22 is the number of God's people. It's also the twin flame number, but that could also deal with esoteric, mystical secrets. So now we go back to Sacred Scribes angel numbers to look up 2233. But both of those are high numbers in numerology, like master numbers. This is why sometimes when a female is hooked on a guy, it's for reasons like that. Because this guy's got like kind of like supernatural gifts and shit. Whether he's aware of it or not, he might be, but then again, he might not be. But it's almost like the female is blind and she can't see it no matter what. (2233) faith and trust in yourself. He may be connected to a higher spirit forces, according to 2233. All right, and that was in his 3rd house. And you got the family there and everything we said, the education and stuff like that. Fourth house Leo, but as you see, it's nothing really there. Fifth house Virgo. Sixth house, again, Virgo energy. But it's about service. See, in his 6th house is service. It could be social issues. So his 6th house is kind of agreeable with the chart on the left. Because he will offer service for, relationships or to help out social issues and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons why people may think he's a great guy. Plus, he's got that diplomatic energy. A long time ago, it was two guys that came out here on YouTube. When they first came out, they were pretty much working together. Even if they had two different channels, they were pretty much talking about each other and supporting each other. But then they started to disagree on different belief systems. So the disagreements became more pointed, more tell-all. So one guy did a video exposing his former partner as, well, this dude was a thug, he was no good, look at this video, look at all these women in his videos, he was no good, and blah, blah, blah. He thought he was really going to do the guy dirty. So then the guy and his wife came out and said, and that was his wife, because she's in the video and said, she said, yeah, we did the video, but we was a lot younger. She said, we don't even hang out with those people no more and stuff. And they went off and they were saying what type of guy he was. Like he just expected everything. Like he would just use you and use you and use you. Like he had no sense of, saying thank you, no sense of other people's time. And he really was like, he had a terrible character, a character flaw. But yet, if you didn't know him personally, you would never know that. You would just see him on YouTube. You would say, oh, no, listen, those two guys, they used to work at like a Catholic care center. They're nice guys. They really care. They're just good people. But once the dirt came out, you're like, oh, no, this is the type of dude I want to have nothing to do with. Because you ain't going to be using me. Don't give nothing back and all that. No, sir. So what I'm trying to say is you have to be careful. Because I'm going by house number 1, 2, and whatever else I was talking about. Because people make a mistake just because they see somebody serving or they see somebody doing something for other people or something like that. They think, oh, yeah, well, he's a great guy. But until you get to know that guy, or until you, like I said, get a thorough natal chart read with however you do it, you really don't know. And I always say, no matter how good a card read is, it'll never be as good as a natal chart. Just like I said, let's just be honest, because I don't play no games. Let's be honest. Let's just say, when you go on Friday to see your boss to get that paycheck, either you want the hard copy, like I show you everything. You want the hard copy, you want it in your hand, you want to think about it, whatever, you want to look at it, you want to thank God for it, you want to be happy. But if you want to see your boss and he was saying some crazy stuff, oh, I see someday soon you'll have your check. Yeah, I see it's a green and white check. Yeah, I see your name. You wouldn't play that shit. No way in hell would you play that shit. Nigga, you better give me my check or you're going to die right here, right now. So that's why I be saying people just get stupid all the time. And that's why even though I lost a lot, being honest, I love being me. Because I'm not with the BS. Ain't never been. And I'm not saying that stuff ain't real and don't work. But I'm just saying let's keep it 100. If you went to get your check from your boss, that man or that woman better not say nothing about, oh, I see, maybe in 2 days, maybe I see. You don't know, no, I better see my check. I better feel my check in my hand right now. I better see you put my check in my hand so I can feel, so I can get on up out of here and spend my money. So that's what we're looking at so far. But we're still going to look at it, though. But he will meet a person, and the person he will find himself in a serious relationship will either be a Juno, or will be a Libra, or a Virgo. And remember, Vesta in the 6th house ain't bad. So he does have like a spiritual side. Like I say, this dude. Because it was funny, after they made that video, it kind of humbled him. Because I think sometimes you can just be aggressive, you know, selfish, and you don't realize it. And I guess once the whole world knows, because it affected him. Like, he got real, when he saw that video, he got real humble. And then he kind of, it was sweet what he did, but for me to try to explain it to y'all, y'all probably ain't going to understand. But what he tried to do was, like, they teach you how to deal with stress. And they say sometimes when you're stressed, you feel bad or ashamed. Just tell a story, a true story about yourself to feel better. And that's what he did. So he told a true story about himself of something he did, which was kind of funny. But I could tell he was really hurt. Because you can tell he's kind of like the sensitive type. Like, he gets hurt real easy if people say stuff about him. But you could tell that, you know, after what they said, even though they had flaws, well, we all got flaws, but even though they had flaws too, but some of his flaws will really make you say, yo, how you just going to, you know, just assume and never say thank you and stuff like that. So Virgo or Libra, that's Juno. That's a little asterisk star. Best means he does have a spiritual side. But if you notice, he's got a lot of 16s on his chart. So far, they're only minutes, not degrees, but still. Because that could also imply a problem with, you know, anger. Getting too upset, too offensive. And even look. See that 9 degrees with Lilith, and Lilith is retrograde in Aries? See what I said? He got that number 27, but it could be number 9. Because number 9 would be Virgo, or also the 6th house. And even when you go back to the 6th house, you're still seeing 16s and stuff like that. See, I'm telling you, that's a person that sees the world the way they see it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the dude that'll call up another female when his other girl's sitting there in the couch waiting for him to come in and watch TV. And he ain't in the back room talking to some other chick. Like, ain't no way in hell. Listen, you couldn't be my friend, and I damn sure wouldn't be trying to get with you. Like, that's the difference between, I don't know, maybe some men are like that. No, I've seen some men kind of weak like that too. But ain't no way in hell I'm going to be second to nobody on no shit like that. Let's get that straight. And second, I ain't going to be second, I ain't going to be third. And I don't need that. You know, I got too much self-confidence. I don't need that shit. You can keep it. And when people know you don't play, then when they come correct. But if they know you gonna pick up the phone, all that silly stuff, they're gonna keep on playing you out. And to me, you kind of deserve it. Like, I'm gonna say it again. I don't care who get mad. I don't care who get upset. Coming up, I had 2 sisters, one older than me, one younger than me. Both of them on the same drama. Got some dude in the crib, beating their behind, just beating their, you know what. Now, how you gonna? First of all, how you gonna let somebody put their hands on you like and they thinking somehow I'm gonna keep running down there and saving the day. So I went down there a couple of times, threw the dude out or whatever. But then I noticed the very next day, the same dude is back in the house with his arm around her. And I said, hold up. We're not gonna play this stupid game. I said, first off, you disrespecting the house, you disrespecting mom, you disrespecting me. I said, I'm not stupid like that. I said, so let me tell you what's up. From now on, if you stupid enough to let a man put his hands on you, I'm not coming down. I said, I'll sit there and watch him beat you. I never did it again. And then from then on, they stopped playing that silly game. From then on, they stopped letting dudes just beat them all up and all stuff like that. So, dudes like me, we real. So that's why no matter what happened, we still around. And no matter what happened, people always still gonna like us because they know we're not lying. And we don't play people out. Life is only going to do to you what you allow it to be done to you. Me, first off and foremost, you with somebody, don't be calling here. Now, don't get me wrong. If y'all all know each other and y'all really friends, because that's how friendship should be. If y'all really just friends and y'all should all know each other, like she goes, oh, put your girl on the phone, and then y'all talking. And then he get back on the phone, y'all talking. That's friendship. All that secrets, R. Kelly, all that, it don't matter on the down low and all that other stuff. It do matter. And that's why he locked up. It do matter. It took him a long time to get him, but it do matter. So that's the point I'm making. So we saying, you know, he might have that service in him. It obviously looks like he does have wants to serve a little bit and help other people and stuff, and that's a plus. But we still talking about the character issue. Because some of the most active people for helping the needy and helping all that, they some of the most ungodly, immoral people when the cameras is off and it's just them. Relationship house, Scorpio. Alright? Could be highly sexual, highly karmic. All the stuff we know in the 8th house. Could be power struggles, but all that supernatural stuff. But like I said, it's a karmic house. Even his Saturn is 21 degrees. Karmic, that's the world card. Saturn energy, karmic. And even what is that? Is that 3? Let me see, 3 degrees. I gotta see if that's a 21 or 24. Let me get the other chart. It's 24. But even like I said, 24 is another karmic number because it means return. It means you'll be revisited by something you've already done before. And the Sagittarius energy, which is her ascendant, and that's in the 8th house too. See, we could tell that these two would have like an 8th house connection. And that's why that's like kind of like a soul connection. And that's why it's hard to break. And sometimes it might even be supernatural, like seeing each other in their dreams and stuff like that. And that's why people think it's so real. And his sun sign is Sagittarius, your ascendant is Sagittarius. And you can see like how he could, in you know, those ways he could kind of be like a deep person. That's why I mean, getting back to that word diplomatic, because that's a dude that might be able to have some conversations that make you go think, or you get off the phone, you be like, wow, that was a good conversation and shit. So it's stuff like that that makes you attracted to the person, right? But then when you really want to be with them, then all of a sudden you can start to see the immaturity, which could lead to immorality and probably will, and they don't have character. And then that's why, like, before y'all got together, it was cool, you know, because y'all got together, did whatever y'all did, and then he went his way, you went your way, and you know, it was what it was. But then when you really are with them and you start to depend on them, and now it's different. Like I said, the chick is on the couch. She like, come watch TV, come watch TV. And then she finally get up and you in the back, and she look through the door and you in the back room on the phone with somebody else giggling or whatever. And you know, she gonna be pissed off. Like, what the fuck you back here for? Who you talking to? So that's what I mean about that character issue and shit. And then, like I said, the truth of the matter is, even if it ain't even like that, sometimes when you try to be that good guy or whoever, that good girl, then you're not appreciated. Like if you try to be that dude that do be on the couch with them watching TV with them, then they don't even appreciate it. Then it still be an argument or some shit. So that's just the world we live in. And I guess the only thing I can say is you know, slow down, maybe get better communication, work on maturity or whatever. I don't know. Ninth house Capricorn, and medium quality is there too. So his ninth house is almost like his career house too. So he might have a career in life that's kind of like a 9th, 10th house situation. And you keep seeing that number 9 that keeps following. Then you got that number 33 again with his medium quality. But he ain't no, like I said, he's a smart dude though. Cause his ninth house is almost like his career house, and you see Jupiter right there, and plus Jupiter rules that house, so he definitely will have money. Like that, he'll attract a lot, and I think he knows how to. He's diplomatic enough to know how to make a female, even if he's not trying to. It's like natural. She's gonna notice him regardless. He don't even gotta try. But I just think deep down he ain't got no character. I think he's the type of dude you want to be with until you're with him. I really believe that. He's the type of dude you really want to be with until you with him. Give it like 3 weeks to 6 weeks. If it take that long, and within 6 weeks you ain't gonna want to. You're gonna like really think you think you move too fast. You kind of wish you wasn't in it and stuff like that. It's just like I said. I just get the vibe that he's more of an external person. Doesn't mean he don't have a whole lot of internal stuff going on, but he knows how to look good externally. So that's what I mean. He's an external person. But one thing he got in common is that moon in Aquarius, because that's where the moon's at this time period. And he got the war. Because usually when you have Mars and Aquarius, that should be fighting for the people. So Mama gonna use him too. But the difference between him and the other chart I did was the other chart, he like certified. Now that don't mean if you got with him the relationship will work, but he's just more certified. Like him, I could see. This dude, he's external. He look good on the outside, but on the inside, he got a lot of shit going on, and most of his shit is like selfish, like self-preservation. Like I said, he's the dude that's gonna call up. He'll call up a female. Like if his girlfriend is a deep sleeper, he will call up another female while she was asleep in the same room, sitting on the same bed. As long as he knows she a deep sleeper. Now, if he knows she ain't a deep sleeper, then he just gonna get up and go in the next room, and he's still gonna do it. Like that. I don't like real talk. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean his character. I just don't like the internal him. I don't like it at all. Because I would hate for somebody to do that to me and shit. So yeah, so he might even have a job. His 10th house is Aquarius. You know, that could be friends, association, groups, and Mars is there, which usually it doesn't always have to be, but Mars in Aquarius is somebody that fights for the people. Ooh, I didn't even see it. Is that really 29? Let me check. I can't believe that's an anaretic degree. No, it ain't. So that 20, that moon is judgment. So now going back around his chart. Sixth house service, you got Libra. And Juno, serious relationship. And the vertex. So he might find somebody in the house of service. But look what I just told you. It's the house of service. It's not necessarily love. It's like in the 1980s, I was outside all the time. I was always out in field service, always at a convention, always at an assembly. So it was always female. And when you wasn't at an assembly, a convention, a meeting, and we had like 3 or 4 meetings during the week. So you was around women all the time, females your age or whatever. You was around females all the time. And women, whoever, young girl, whoever, they was all there. But so you would always have the opportunity to be with a female. But that don't mean, like what people don't understand sometimes, but don't get me wrong, like the universe is always in control. But when you're in a situation where you can always be around opposite sex, you always going to have an opportunity to be with the opposite sex. And if you realize that, you ain't going to call everybody your soulmate, and you ain't going to call everybody your twin. Because like I said, to give a quick example, like if you're around females everywhere you go. So maybe you and this female dating for a while or whatever, and it don't work out, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and that don't work out. So it might be another female, and you might say to her, okay, she might say, well, don't you think you're moving too fast? And you be like, nah, it just didn't work. You know, we was going out, we talked everything, it just didn't work. I'm ready to move on. And she said, well, I think it's too soon. If you was like, well, I don't think it's too soon, you know, I'm interested in you or whatever. And if they feel you or believe you, that would be a different relationship. So let's just say within 5 weeks you've had 2 different females, and that's just in 5 weeks. But let's just say a little bit of time go again, and then you and that person will work out. And then you jump in with somebody else. But that's because you're around so many people that it's easier. But you wouldn't be going twin flame soulmate all the time. You wouldn't call a twin flame soulmate every time you got in a relationship if you was always around all these people. But you call it that when you're not always in a relationship. And then when you meet somebody, you're like, oh, I hope this is the right one. Oh, I've been waiting. I've been getting readings. Oh, I've been doing my horoscope. Oh, I hope this got to be the one. Oh, my horoscope said I was going to meet a Leo, and I met a Leo. Oh, I hope this is the one. So now it's, oh, this got to be my, oh, if it's not my soulmate, it got to be my twin flame. I know because Jupiter was above my house last night. You know? But if you was active all the time, if you was around people all the time, like I was in the 1980s, whoever you met, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. It's just somebody you with at that time. You know what I mean? And if it worked out, then you might go, well, maybe she is my twin flame because we've been together for a year. Maybe I'll look into it. Or you might go, you know, well, maybe it is my soulmate because we've been together for a while. Maybe I'll look into it. But that's because you had the opportunity to be with so many different people at so many different times. It's not that big of a deal. But because you're not in that situation, it's almost like whenever you meet somebody, the first thing you want to know, is this a twin flame? Is this a soulmate? But you got to realize there's people that date all the time. And like it's people that be in and out of relationships, male and females. I'm not saying that's the way to go or not to go. But I'm just trying to put things in perspective. So what I'm trying to tell you about this guy, his 6th house is all about service. It's the home, it's the service. But again, numerology is 12. 2 could be couple. That's the moon card or the high priestess card. Could be 12, Neptune, the hangman. But that's a selfish person. And even remember, number 9 degrees, that's a Virgo energy. That's also somebody that sees things from their own light. This is the 6th house. Number 17. Aquarius energy of the star card. But we already proved that he does care about people, serving though. But that's not that. But that doesn't mean he cares about your heart. You know what I mean? And that's why I said, because people see that and they say, oh, he's a great guy. Like, if you know how many men that are pastors and deacons and ministerial servants and stuff, and so women think they're getting a good man because he serves for the church, he serves for the congregation or the hall or wherever, he serves so great. But then this guy's an asshole. Like a straight up, he's abusive, treat him like garbage. So, that's this dude. But we'll keep going. You got 17. 8 is karmic, and 8 can be a Scorpio energy. The 8 card could also be the strength card or the lion energy. But the 8th card could also be the justice card, which is Libra energy. So in this case, it's probably the justice card. But you see you got 16 right there, which could be possibly anger management, Mars card, tarot card. See, nothing in there is unselfish. And just because number two don't mean, oh, I really care about you. Number 2 means I don't want to be one. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be lonely. Like when I hear somebody say that, how that gonna make me feel? You know what I'm saying? You say you want to be with me because you don't want to be lonely. What the fuck? What type of shit is that? I remember somebody said that to me a long ass time ago. I was like, what type of shit is that to say to somebody? Oh, I just don't want to be lonely. I'll just be with you until I find somebody I really want to be with. Seventh house, Scorpio. We already know Scorpio's power struggle, all kind of strange stuff. Power control issues, obsession, stalking, all that. Could be highly sexual. And again, none of the numerology is saying anything about togetherness. Ninth house, Venus is there at 7 degrees. That's Cancer energy. But that's more like business. See, he sees his relationships as far as service and business. He don't really see his relationships as love. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what females got. I hope the females are listening. If a man sees relationships as that, he's never going to understand you. And even if he is diplomatic, he might get a couple of things right. Like it might be a wet day, he might get you an umbrella. Or something diplomatic. But the needs that a woman has, he's not really going to grasp that. Because he's all about the service and stuff like that. And even when you see Venus, it's Capricorn. And Capricorn is pretty serious, all about business. If you just look at his chart, it's not one thing on this man's chart that actually says love. Like love for a woman. Like a relationship love. Now, if that was Libra in the 7th house with Juno, then I would say, yeah, but it's not. It's Libra in the 6th house. This is about service. Even his vertex is in the 6th house. So it's service. And again, it could be reasons for that. Could have something to do with his family. So like under this particular chart on the left, if you're all about service at that time, then you and him could be out there in service. But here's my question. What's his girlfriend going to do while you and him is out there serving or helping the poor or helping the sick? Or maybe you go down to the border to see what you can do down there. But what's his girlfriend going to do all that time? But under this particular setting, the chart on the left, ain't nothing really happening. Now, I want to make sure people understand what I'm saying. Does that mean two people won't get together and kiss and look in each other's eyes and sit underneath the moon and make love and all that? No. But you could do that with anybody. That don't mean shit. That's where y'all get it all confused. Y'all confuse sex and intensity with real love or a real relationship. Now, could these two people be in a relationship? Yeah, but he's not going to be faithful. He ain't going to be faithful to nobody, not for a long time. Because he's got to learn about himself. He's got to learn a lot of stuff. Like, I commend him when it comes to service. He's unselfish. When it comes to service. But you got to find out why. Because sometimes we use service because we run away from our own pains and stuff like that. And sometimes we need to have healing and stuff like that before we could ever love somebody. I'm not saying he had one, but if a person had a bad relationship with their mother, they may not particularly like women, even if it's subconsciously. So, like I said, we live in a world where people just say, "I don't care about all that. As long as I'm having sex with them, as long as we're holding hands, as long as I don't want to think about all of that." And that's the same reason why people say, "I don't care. I'll just get high. Just get high. I don't care. I need a feeling. Don't try to stop me. I need a feeling. I don't care." Then when they sober up, why didn't you stop me? I don't have any money now. I needed that money. Why didn't you stop me? Such a crazy planet we live on. Alright, so that's it for this particular reading. We do have one more. Keep in mind, got a lot of sales, a lot of discounts, a lot of opportunities. Make sure you're checking it out on the channel. So much to go for. Remember, you're going to start seeing everything change with this new moon now, but especially with the coming full moon in August, because the new moon we're under, even though it was in July, that is a new moon for August. So the next time we deal with the moon in August, it will be the full moon, and that's coming up very quickly. And a lot of things are going to change. I'm going to say it again. Keep an eye on that border. Keep an eye on that border, because the mama moon will be sending help for those people. A little bit of backing the bullies off of them. That's coming probably before, but I can say anywhere from August 15th and into August, but maybe before then. So yeah, you want to make sure you stay up on your readings. And again, I don't just do natal charts. I do a whole lot. Anything that's intuitive. For some, like I said, I do research. I do all kind of stuff. So don't be afraid to find out. Don't be afraid to ask. And again, if you don't have it, make sure you have the most recent services offered price list. So this will conclude this reading. We have one more gentleman to go, and I'll be back.